I remember when I first came here, it was the most devastating time of my life. Just the constant beating, the hitting. I remember my own crying, my own screams in a car with this man. I remember him saying, "This is the day you're going to die." And I saw the gun, but when he went to click the gun, it jammed. And he hit me with the gun right up over my head. And I remember just blood just gushing from my face. I was that near to death, but I was determined to live, to tell my story. After that day, I was able to regain my voice in saying no more. Even though it was tragic, it helped me to find my purpose. Here would lead to success.
For women who've experienced traumatic situations, the conventional approaches are to see a therapist, to ask for help to deal with emotional and psychological issues. And therapy is really important. But what next? I had my own business called Speak for Success, and I provided training around public speaking and presentation skills. I really got thinking about who are the women in our community that need to be heard. So you've shown up today for yourself, for each other, and for hundreds of thousands of people. There was one night that I had an idea and I had to get out of bed because it wouldn't let me sleep. So I walked to my office, I sat at my computer, and I wrote an outline of a program for women to build self-confidence using public speaking as one of the skills they would learn.
There was verbal abuse, there was sexual abuse, and I thought that that's what I deserved. This person is telling you, you are not able to function on your own 2 feet without me. No one else will value you but me. You need to do as I say. And I just fell right into line. I was so beyond depressed. I did 3 times try to remove myself from this planet. You hear all these cliches, when this happened to you, get over it. And no one teaches you how.
So many of the women who walk in the door, I can see at the very core, for most of them, that the issue is lack of self-worth. What is one thing that lack of confidence has held you back from?
I didn't share my authentic self with anyone.
Regaining my confidence means regaining my financial independence.
We're really helping women discover their own personal power and giving them tools to use it in their lives.
We work on everything from how do you give a proper handshake so you're taken seriously, and boundaries. I had to reintroduce myself. I'm like, I no longer do things like that.
I leap.
Public speaking is a huge confidence builder. If I can stand in front of a room and communicate a message, I'm in a powerful position. I'm someone who is important. What we see week by week for most of the women is they do start to feel safe. They start to open up. They start to engage in eye contact, in conversation, and it's a transformation. We've seen it with over 2,000 women who've gone through our programs at Leap to Success. After the women graduate our programs, 66% of the women were hired within 60 days, and the number went up to 77% 6 months later.
That class was really the platform that allowed me to see myself in such a beautiful way that I had never saw myself. Who I was is not who I am today. I first started in 2008, and now I am a classroom instructor with Leap to Success. I now have the power to overcome obstacles and turn them into opportunities. Every day I come into the classroom someone's life has changed. The more they hear my story, it's like I can let my guard down. I'm safe. If she can do it, I can do it.
The more I shared, the more I shed off of me, and I was able to transform myself into a confident, strong person. I felt safe for the first time. Safe for the first time. It took 3 solid years to piece myself back, but I'm better than ever. I got my voice back.
In our series Catalyst, we're profiling inspiring social entrepreneurs who are developing bold solutions to our biggest problems. Subscribe to Freethink now and be the first to see new episodes.